You hate the way somebody did the back of this, and so do I. So I have a couple of options that I feel I can do. So we're gonna do some heat. Now that probably, honestly, would be the easiest. Hello, and thanks for spending some time with me today. In this video, it's going to be a second part to the last video that went over the chassis and all those things that I'm thinking about doing, what I want to do, recommendations I wanted from you folks. By the way, thanks for all those recommendations and opinions and comments. Really enjoyed reading them. There was some good information in there and definitely made me think about how I'm going to approach some of this stuff in the future. This video is now we're going to talk about the body and all the components that I have some questions, some thoughts, some considerations to think about as I go through them, and I want your same feedback again on some of this stuff. Obviously, I got a bit to think about, and I want you guys to think about it along with me, and then we'll decide how we're going to approach going forward on this. And not only are we going to just talk about the components and some of the things to do in this body that I need to do, I got some things to remove, and we're going to cover a little bit of that and do some wrenching as well. So let's get going. So first of all, I'm probably going to get it all repainted. It does have some nicks and marks on it here and there, but it's actually not too bad. A little buffing would help it out. A couple things on it though. There are, I think it's just from fatigue or flex in the fiberglass, Kevlar, etc., that it's flexed a bit and cracked. This is pretty thick paint, so that would make sense why it did it, possibly. And I can't tell if this thing was originally yellow and then black and then yellow again, but it definitely has been painted yellow and there's black remainder on it here, so then I can get the whole thing yellow. I do want to keep it yellow, Lotus yellow in particularly. So I'm not fond of black cars because they're very difficult to keep clean. They need buffing lots because of swirl marks, etc. And and of course it's Lotus yellow. Either make it green or yellow, right? So I'm going to make it Lotus yellow. There's a couple things that are wonky in the front here, and there's a pop-up controller here that they've cut the wires and they've added some relays to those wires, and my guess is that module probably failed, but where these relays actually go in the interior, they don't go anywhere. There's some wires just sitting there, so I'm not sure what the deal was. Maybe they had some manual control to pop up the lights because this thing broke, but I want to fix that as well. So I got some wiring. There's some other wiring issues back there too, as you've seen in previous episodes from the video what it shows. Obviously I want to clean all the mess up here that's quite dirty and give it a nice spray in here as well to make it look nice and shiny. Remember, I was trying to preserve the air conditioner by removing the pump from the engine before I lifted the body, so it's all containing here, so I don't have to let any Freon out. I may have to scrap that or salvage some of it and put it back in later, but to do a proper paint job and clean it up, I think I need to remove the air conditioning. I guess I could have saved myself a lot of effort, but it was a nice experience to try and do that when I pulled the engine to leave the AC pump in, and then I could have disconnected the lines. Would have been a lot easier, but it'll make it easier when I put it back in. One of the things I want to start with, may as well get off the chest right now, is some of you, and every one of you that have commented anyway, says you hate the way somebody did the back of this, and so do I. I want this changed. So I have a couple of options that I feel I can do to get these lights looking better and get rid of these, to be honest. The one is I actually have a whole kind of rear clip from here back that I can tie in that I can put the original Toyota lights in. I have the little valance or whatever it's called that goes back here for your license plate and put it all back. I just have to hack it off, fuse it back together before repainting. Can do that. I've got all the parts for that, so it's just going to take some labor. The other option is do the same thing but keep this on and basically carve this back out, and so I can put the originals back in. Either way, it's going to be a lot of work. What I like about that method is that I don't cut anything, possibly worrying about the rigidity of everything and shifting things when I put it back together and things being a little bit out of line. This way it's never broken as far as the body and the way it's structured, put together. And I don't know where all the Kevlar is compared to the fiberglass. and they probably wouldn't know that till I cut it, and I'd rather just leave that alone. So I'm a little nervous about doing that. I probably would lean towards at least trying to cut these out if I go that way. Now here is another option. Now this will be I might even devalue the car. It might not matter. I don't know, but I want to hear your opinion on it and how cool you think it is or not cool. So the later V8s, and there wasn't many of them, but I can't remember what year it was, had the round tail lights. I think that the Lease had as well. And you can get, it's aftermarket, I think, but it's basically tailored to the original. There's a couple of versions out there that I've seen that you can get the piece to go on here that fits the round lights. And that might look pretty cool. It'll modernize this up. Again, because that's where I mentioned that I have the twin tailpipe sticking out of the car, and if I leave that, I'm not trying to be a poser V8, but it might just give it a kind of unique look, being an S3, and now it has that rear end. In any case, it's going to look better than this, right guys? But I want to know what you think of that. Now that probably, honestly, would be the easiest thing for me to do, which is also part of the intent. But since I'm doing all this work anyway, if I got to do a little extra effort to make it right, which maybe putting it back to the original, which might be the case, I have a personal preference for one or the other, but I'm not going to say. I just want to hear what you guys have to say about which is better to put in the back to the original. No matter what, these are going away. Don't worry about that. Or do I modernize it to the last few cars they made that had the round headlights, which was, you know, it was a nice change, I think, then as well. But I won't tell you which one I favor. I want to hear your comments, and then I'll make a decision based on your comments and my thoughts and what I think about more and how much work there is to do. So let me know on that. I really want to hear what you think about this. Now, something that is disappointing as well in this car is that they got rid of the flaps on here, whoever it was before. Thought it'd be kind of cool. I think I know the era this would have been done, obviously. And they put this in on each side instead and got rid of the flaps. And now looking at this more, I can tell that they've done a lot of work, and not a lot of work, but it was a lot easier to fill this where the caps go and everything to make it kind of trapezoid, I guess it was, to go in here. And then there were some body lines they had to deal with as well. So to put this back is going to take not just work, but it's going to take a little bit of craftsmanship as well. I don't know if I have the talent for that, and I shouldn't say it that way, but it's a lot of work, a lot of time. And then if you screw up, you got to add more in that. And will you get it perfect again? I don't know. Again, I'm willing to do that if I think that's the best way to approach this. Now, these aren't that far out from, and I could put it back to the way I think it was the S1s and S2s were, where they didn't have the flap. They had kind of a little stick out cap here. I like the flush look, to be honest, so I could do kind of something like this. I could just paint these yellow and be done with it. I don't really like to have these bolts showing though. I have found online where I could basically get a nice flat piece in here that's round. I have found where I can actually get a little insert in here, and then I got to fill it all in, and then I've got a little flap in here. That might be okay. That's probably, I'm going to call it the option one that I'm interested in. The other option is you can get an actual carbon fiber lid that goes in here on each side, and that might be good. A nice looking carbon fiber piece in here with a nice, flap in it. I'll put the capless fillers in here just to modernize a little bit, and then I get rid of the cap. So, but a carbon fiber piece with this yellow, or it'll be this yellow with the rest of the way the car looks, might be actually pretty nice too. So I'm going to call it, that's the two options I'm going to look at. Is there's an aftermarket, it's basically, I think it's an aluminum piece I found where it'll have a little flush flap. You fit in here, I'll have to fill in a bit, no big deal. And then it's almost like original. It's a little different for the people that know what they're looking for out there, but it'll look pretty close. It'll be discreet, we'll call it, and it'll be the same color yellow. The other option is to put a carbon fiber piece in here. So, and it gives a little more modern look. I don't know if I'm going to do any carbon fiber in the interior yet, but that might be a possibility, or a wing or not. But I don't know if that stands the test of time, and if it kind of takes away from the car being, back in an S3 back when it was built, and that's what people like about it. And I got to think about it as well. But again, I want your comments on this. Let me know. Now you can see the fuel tanks themselves in here. those are going to get either refurbished or replaced. It'll be have fun getting them out, of course, but yeah, they've got to be changed out and make looking nice because they look terrible. I'm gonna, as far as the interior, I'm gonna make it all look new again. Some of you have said replace this, some of you said don't. This what I'm not going to touch it because it really actually is hidden. It's not rotted out. There's some, I think there's some rot. I don't know if it got wet in here, but it's okay because it's reinforced with the Kevlar, fiberglass, etc. out there. So that's good there. And then I think it's kind of a tinfoil stuff that I have that I can put back on here like it had original in the factory. The carpets, I'll put them in the same. I actually might go a little darker black because they're all black on the interior, but they're kind of rotten and stink, so I'm just going to replace the carpets. They're going to be pretty easy to cut out, so I'll just get some material from the fabric shop and make that. I'm going to have to sew in maybe some pieces like this, which isn't a big deal, and we'll figure that out. So as I said, there wasn't going to be much wrenching on this one. It was more of a talk about the car and what I'm planning to do with it and wanting some recommendations from you guys and opinions. But it won't be the same without doing something. So I'm going to take these fans out, some radiator stuff, and work on this front thing. And we'll do a little bit there just to have something for you guys. Let's get going. I broke a bolt. As much as I used some penetrating oil to try and get this off, it still broke. It was just rusted and it sheared off real easy. I hardly put any torque on it and it just clean cut off. So we're gonna do some heat. So what I like to do is I use these handy little vice grips. And I'll go on this side because I can still, fortunately I don't have to drill it out or weld on it or try and get it loose. So I have this vice grips and these work pretty good actually, and I just clamp them on. And now I'm going to heat it up so I can get that to turn, hopefully turn out. Wish me luck. Got loose now. No, we should be able to just turn it out, hopefully. Well, I ended up twisting it off, but that works too. That's easy enough to fix. It's just a recessed bolt. I'm good with that. Well, that about covers this part of what's up for discussion on this car and what I have to think about. Always between the chassis and this, I need to figure out what I'm doing so I can move ahead on it. I also got a big parts list to order. That's going to come from the UK. I live in Canada, so I suspect that's going to take a little while to get here. Not that I don't mind, because I probably got a bit of work ahead anyway to get things ready for when those parts come in, and a lot of cleanup if I'm going to restore stuff as well. And we'll take you through that in the next videos to come for sure. Please don't forget to put your comments in about all what I talked about today, plus anything else you'd like to share with myself and anybody that's reading the comments. We would definitely like to hear from you. I know I do. I'm always interested in what people's opinions are, especially you car people out there. And to catch all those comments in the future videos, make sure you subscribe as well. Thanks so much for joining me today on Slipping Time. Don't forget to enjoy every day and always make it right.